Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election that was held on February 25, 2023, and the result controversially announced on March 1st, 2023. And that controversial result was challenged at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, which gave its verdict on September 6th, 2023. The petitioners not satisfied have headed to the Supreme Court. Now, one of the petitioners, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, he had alleged that the certificate that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission was forged. And in the effort to prove his case, he headed to the United States Court to compel the Chicago State University to release the academic records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, after several back and forth and all the efforts that Tinubu made to stop him, Judge Nancy Maldonado eventually gave the order for the documents to be handed over to him. Right now that the document had been handed over to him, the information therein has continued to generate attention. That is one of the things we're going to talk about today, but in particular we are going to talk about how this matter P2B addressed it in Abuja today, which is Wednesday, October 11. But before we go into that, we have to look at the main issue we want to talk about. It's about the revelation by investigative journalist David Hundeyin, who has revealed that the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is looking for grounds to arrest the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. According to Hundeyin, who is a well-known figure in Nigeria right now as an investigative journalist, he said that he discovered this when he got response from the camp of Peter Obi following David Hundeyin's criticism of Peter Obi for not calling for the resignation of Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office in a press conference that Peter Obi held in Abuja. And it was one of the few times I've seen Hundeyin criticize Peter Obi. In a tweet following Peter Obi's press conference, Hundeyin had criticized the Labour Party presidential candidate, claiming that he missed an opportunity this morning. He said what Obi should have done was to call for Tinubu to come clean and resign. He said, according to him, from that his Twitter handle, which is now known as X, he said what he should have called for was for Tinubu to come clean and resign, not whatever that was. The point of the press conference is to generate a strong headline, a lead story. What was the lead takeaway from here, he asks. Now, following such an unusual attack against Obi by David Hundeyin, Obi people apparently reached out to him to offer explanation. And he wrote in his handle that he has received a response from the Obi's camp on why Peter Obi did not call for Tinubu to resign in the press conference. And according to Hundeyin, he said he has been informed from the highest level of Labour Party that there are two reasons why Peter Obi didn't outrightly call for the Tinubu's resignation or removal. He said that Obi was avoiding commenting on an issue in court. Number one, he was avoiding commenting on an issue in the court. Number two, the regime is apparently looking for grounds to arrest him. And Hundeyin further went on to say that, personally, if I were Obi, I would be actively daring the regime to arrest me if they're there, given the type of support there is. But that's why he's a billionaire running for president, and I'm a journalist with UNHCR reference number. I know nothing at all. So it was in this interaction using his Twitter handle that Hundeyin revealed that apparently they have sort of set a trap for Peter Obi to arrest him in case he steps out of line, whatever may be the out of line. So it's an important revelation. It means that the Obi camp are very careful with what they do. So you can therefore understand why Peter Obi was very measured in most of the things he said in that conference. And I think it has been well received. Most people really appreciated that his intervention. And I know that Hundeyin was probably the only person I saw that was very critical of him, aside those in the APC, the normal critics, that they will always have something to say about it. Now, having said that, having explained the reason why Peter Obi is being watched by the government, now look at the main gist of today, which was or yesterday, which was October 11th, where Peter Obi addressed a press conference. The main purpose of that press conference was to state his own take on the issue about the identity of President Bola Tinubu. And some of the points he made there were very pungent. And he came up with a call for Tinubu to clear his name. Literally, that's what he was. That's the summary of it. That Tinubu should clear his name because all the information floating around about his identity, about his certificate, about the schools he attended and all that, Peter Obi wants him to give clarity to that allegation, that he should be able to come clean, because the matter is becoming an embarrassment. In fact, it has become an embarrassment to the nation. Now, Obi, addressing a press conference in Abuja on Wednesday, asked President Tinubu to again tell Nigerians the schools he attended, because it is important that they get this clarity. The school he attended, which schools did he attend? If you recall, in 1999, when he was gunning to become the governor of Lagos State, he filled in the necessary blanks where he attended his primary school, his secondary school, his university education. And it was discovered that none of those schools were in existence. None of those schools were in existence. And I think to avoid controversy, when he was now running for the presidency of Nigeria in 2022 to 2023, he was deliberate. When he was filling his INEC form, he now left blank primary and secondary education space and filled only the university education. and people were wondering how do you get into the university? What is the qualification that you have? And there were all kinds of explanation. Even somebody like Festus Keyamo was defending that scenario, saying that when Tinubu didn't attend primary and secondary school, he was a smart person. There are so many people like him who stayed at home and did Cambridge, GCE and everything at home. But this is the same man that fielded the secondary school and primary school he attended when he wanted to be governor. Now, after he became, he felt that he attended only Chicago State University without any secondary school. Atiku Abubakar and some other people discovered that claim has also K-leg like the previous ones. That was why Atiku Abubakar and others began to find out the truth about his Chicago State University certificate. Don't forget that Atiku Abubakar was not the first person to do this. David Hundeyin had done a lot of work, investigative work, on Tinubu's academic credentials. And in fact, David Hundeyin did one documentary from drug lord to presidential candidate. It's on YouTube. People can go and check it out. Most of the issues we are discussing today about Tinubu's certificate, whether it was forged or not forged, you get all of them there, including his forfeiture of $460,000 proceeds of narcotic to the United States government. They are all there. But it was Barrister Enahoro Eba who was the first to subpoena Chicago State University to bring out the result of Tinubu from Chicago State University, and they gave it to him. And it was the comparison between what he got and what Tinubu submitted to the INEC that bolstered the morale of people like Atiku Abubakar to go further, because there was glaring differences between the documents, between the two documents, the one that was given to Enahoro Eba and the one that Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission. So all these issues were packed into one that P2B was intervened to address on October 11th. That was on Wednesday. So during that address, P2B asked President Tinubu to tell Nigerians the schools he attended if he participated in the 1-year National Youth Service Corps. Because that's also another contentious issue. Did Tinubu attend NYS? Where did he serve? Because Tinubu also, in his filing in INEC, he claimed that he was given an exemption. But at the time that he was given the exemption, the act establishing the NYSC had not yet been amended to allow for exemption. So where did he get it? I think these are all the kind of things that made P2B to actually intervene in this matter, that Tinubu should come clean. So in the intervention, P2B asked him to clarify if indeed he has changed his name. Because if you go to Google now or Wikipedia, Tinubu has added Adekunle. He was not there before. It was Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But because of all this controversy about identity, they have just added Adekunle to his name. which also shows why it was important that Peter Obi should ask him to make this clarification. Peter Obi asked him to clarify if he indeed changed his name at any time, so that he can save the country from what he called an international embarrassment of identity crisis. Speaking on this matter, the former governor of Anambra State said, in my opinion, Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have saved the nation and himself this protracted embarrassment and undue anxiety. Chief Ahmed Bola Tinubu still owes the nation and the world obligation only he can discharge. Here Peter Obi is saying that this matter is not a matter that Tinubu should assign to Bayo and Anoga. He shouldn't assign it to his retinue of spokespersons, including Tunde Rahman and all the rest of them, that it is something that he should come out clean and talk to Nigerians without sending any of his surrogates to go and speak on his behalf. And Peter Obi, in his characteristic way of being humble, he said, I therefore respectfully and humbly call on him to immediately perform a simple task once and for all. He should introduce himself to the nation he governs and to the world for the avoidance of further doubt. He should let the world know his name, nationality, place of birth, parentage, primary and secondary schools attended with dates, as well as the actual universities attended and certificates obtained. Of course, all these things that Peter Obi was seeking clarity on is because of doubts over Tinubu's qualifications, over Tinubu's identity, which had also become very apparent following the revelation coming out from Chicago State University, which has created a lot of doubts about who really is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is his real name? Where did he come from? Who are his parents? Who are his brothers? That's why Peter Obi is saying that he should indicate clearly some of these questions, the answers to some of these questions. Peter Obi said, in addition, if at all at any time he had a change of name, he should state so clearly. Mr. Tinubu should tell the nation his true name, the school he attended, where he served, and the certificate he obtained. He must do this task once and now, Obi said. Obi went on to say that the entire Chicago State University matter, as well as Tinubu's many other lingering identity questions, have further worsened Nigeria's less than glorious image internationally. He said that already uninformed outsiders now see every Nigerian as a fraudster, certificate forger, or identity thief, adding that the controversy is unnecessary, just as the implicit global embarrassment could have been avoided. Speaking further, the former Anambra State governor maintained that having occupied the highest political office in the country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu no longer has a right to any privacy regarding his identity. Now, what he said that Tinubu can no longer invoke privacy rights, that his rights as a his privacy being impinged on, because having brought himself out and having been announced as winner of the election, has been sworn in, running the country as president, He can no longer claim privacy. His private life has become public life. So he cannot claim that it's unnecessary for him to come clean, to talk to Nigerians, to reveal himself to Nigerians. Because the matter concerning Tinubu has gotten traction all over the world, and people are paying attention. People are paying attention because, and you don't blame them. Tinubu is the president of a country of over 200 million people. So when there is doubt about his identity, there is always need for clarity. And the matter is also even going to get worse this month of October, because I hope you are aware that it is by this month of October, by month ending, towards the end of this month of October, that the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the CIA, the Internal Revenue Service of the United States, drug law enforcement agencies in America, and all the rest, they are promised to release thousands of documents they have on Tinubu, and only God knows what is going to come out. Already people are saying that it was in anticipation of that the president has enlarged his media team, because there will be need to defend so many things moving forward. But Obi's intervention is, if he can come clean now, there is nothing to worry about. Let him come clean to the people that he claimed voted for him. So the clarion call of Peter Obi is that Tinubu should reintroduce himself with his real names, his real identity, because of the cloudiness of his identity. That's the summary of what Peter Obi is asking for. And it is not a big ask, given the enormity of the responsibility that Tinubu has as the president of a country of over 200 million people. So he should be able to make out time. Like Peter Obi pointed out in his speech, it won't take more than a few minutes for him to bring clarity on his identity, on his certificate, the schools he attended, and everything else. Will he do it, or will he ignore Nigerians the way he ignored them during the presidential election debate? When he ignored Nigerians, he never appeared in any presidential election debate so that Nigerians will know what he has for them. He never bothered. He never talked to the media. He was just operating on his own. Yet, INEC announced him the winner of the election. Is it the way you're going to treat Nigerians? Because is he going to say, okay, Peter Obi have had his say, I will do the way I normally do. I will just ignore his statement and face the business of governance. But integrity, openness is key to success in any democracy. When a leader is operating from the point of view of secrecy, the point of view of opaqueness, where the people he is governing don't even know who he is, where there are doubts about him, where he fails to come clean, where they feel that he is so privileged that even if he violates the law, nothing will happen to him. What you have is basically a leadership that people are just tolerating, not that they appreciate or that they admire or that they love it. It's just that they have no other option but to live with it. I don't think that Tinubu would like to be a president of that. He would like to be a president like Sani Abacha, who will be hiding in the presidential villa, not coming out for his to talk to his people. I think he should take up the challenge by Peter Obi and talk to Nigerians. Reveal his true self. If this Tinubu we know is not the real Tinubu that he is. Talk about himself, where he came from, his real name, the schools he attended, where he served, where he received his exemption letter if he didn't serve, the universities he attended with certificates, so that he can bring to rest all these doubts about his academic record, including the one that is currently in the front burner on whether the certificate he submitted to the INEC is forged or authentic. That is the challenge facing Tinubu right now, to convince Nigerians that he is a man who is worthy of trust to lead over 200 million Nigerians, the largest and most populous black nation on earth. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.